And POV. The worst thing about carrying your childhood bully's baby isn't the morning sickness. It's the way he stares at my stomach like he won a sick, twisted game, all while treating me like I'm just another piece of office furniture. I sigh, aggressively typing away at my laptop. I'm sitting in the private lounge just outside Jungkook's massive corner office. We've been married for exactly 3 weeks. 3 weeks of sleeping in separate bedrooms in his penthouse, 3 weeks of icy glares, and 3 weeks of pretending we don't absolutely despise each other. Wow, you type like that keyboard owes you money. I blink, looking up. Leaning against the doorframe of the lounge is Kim Mingyu. He's the CEO of MK Corp, Jungkook's biggest business rival. And honestly, he's annoyingly gorgeous. He has this warm, playful energy that is the exact opposite of the walking blizzard I married. Mingyu, I say, forcing a polite smile. Mr. John is on a conference call. You can't just wander back here. I can do whatever I want, YN. Mingyu laughs, walking over and casually sitting on the edge of my desk. He leans in a little too close, smelling like fresh mint and expensive coffee. Besides, I didn't come to see the Ice King. I came to see you. You look glowing today. Seriously, marriage suits you, even if it is to him. My cheeks heat up. My best friend Anna keeps telling me Mingyu has a massive crush on me, but I always brush it off. Stop flirting with a married woman, Mingyu. It's bad for your brand, I joke, rolling my eyes. If being trapped with John makes you miserable, my offer still stands, he murmurs, his tone dropping the joking edge. He reaches out, lightly tucking a loose strand of hair behind my ear. You don't have to stay with him just because of... Get your hands off my wife. The voice hits the room like a physical blow. I flinch, whipping my head around. Jungkook is standing in his office doorway. He isn't yelling, but the sheer, deadly calm in his voice makes my stomach do a nervous flip. His dark eyes are locked onto Mingyu's hand near my face. His jaw is clenched so tight a muscle ticks visibly beneath his skin. Mingyu slowly drops his hand, totally unfazed, and flashes a lazy smirk. Relax, John. We were just catching up. You really shouldn't leave your lovely wife unattended. Someone might realize how underappreciated she is. Jungkook steps fully into the room. He completely ignores Mingyu, his intensely dark gaze shifting to me. It pins me right to my chair. In my office. Now, Jungkook demands, his voice low and raspy. I'm working on the quarterly reports. I start to protest. I don't care about the reports, YN, he snaps, taking another step forward. Office, now. I swallow hard, grabbing my notepad. I shoot an apologetic look at Mingyu and walk past Jungkook. The moment I brush past him, I can feel the heat radiating off his body. He smells like dark cedar and danger. He slams the heavy door shut the second we are both inside, leaving Mingyu in the hallway. What is your problem? I practically yell, dropping my notepad on his desk. He was just talking to me. He was touching you, Jungkook corrects, taking slow, deliberate steps toward me. He tucked my hair back. We are childhood friends, Jungkook. Not everyone is a monster like you. You are my wife, he states, backing me up until my hips hit the edge of his massive glass desk. He plants a hand on either side of me, trapping me completely. His face is mere inches from mine, his eyes scanning my lips before darting back up to my eyes. You wear my ring. You carry my child. You don't let him touch you. Why do you even care? I scoff, my heart hammering against my ribs so hard I'm sure he can hear it. You made it perfectly clear you only married me out of duty. You hate me. You've hated me since we were 10 years old. You think I hate you? He whispers, leaning in so close his nose brushes mine. You're so blind, YN. Then what was that night? I push back, my voice shaking. We got stuck in the abandoned rooftop greenhouse during the company lockdown. We were scared. We were stressed. It was a mistake. An accident. Jungkook freezes. His eyes darken, turning completely black as he stares down at me. The air in the room suddenly feels way too thin to breathe. An accident, he repeats, the word tasting bitter on his tongue. He lets out a dark, mocking chuckle that sends a shiver straight down my spine. He leans his head down, his lips brushing right against my ear. Keep telling yourself that, sweetheart. He breathes, his hot breath sending goosebumps erupting all over my neck. Keep believing I didn't know exactly what I was doing. Jungkook POV. I watch her eyes widen in pure shock, her breath hitching in her throat. She looks terrified, confused, and so unbelievably beautiful, it makes my chest ache. I step back, letting the cold mask slide right back into place. She thinks that night in the humid, rain-battered rooftop greenhouse was a mistake. An accident born of stress. She has no idea. She has no idea that I paid the security team to bypass the electronic locks on that specific door. She has no idea I engineered that entire situation just to finally have her alone, away from the rest of the world. I've spent 15 years pretending to hate her, because it was the only way to keep her in my orbit without scaring her away. I bullied her. I picked on her, just so her attention was always on me. And then Mingyu started sniffing around, seeing him touch her today. It took every ounce of self-control I had not to break his jaw. She belongs to me. She's carrying my child. I trapped her in this marriage, and I will be damned if I let Kim Mingyu or anyone else take her away from me now. Go back to your desk, I say coldly, turning my back to her and walking toward the floor-to-ceiling windows. I shove my trembling hands into my pockets so she doesn't see them. And if I catch him near you again, I'm pulling the funding for his next project. Try me. I hear her let out a frustrated, shaky breath. You're a psycho, Jungkook. The door clicks shut as she leaves. I close my eyes, resting my forehead against the cool glass of the window. I know I am. But you're mine now. INPOV. You are literally vibrating with stress. Drink this mocktail and look at the glowing paint, please. My best friend Anna shoves a bright blue, ice-cold drink into my hand. We are standing in the middle of an abandoned, decommissioned subway tunnel right beneath the city. It's been totally transformed into an exclusive, invite-only neon art exhibit. No stuffy ballrooms, no boring corporate dinners, just dark tunnels, pulsing bassline music, and glowing graffiti. It's exactly the kind of gritty, hidden place Jungkook would absolutely hate, which is exactly why I'm here. I take a sip, letting the cool liquid soothe my dry throat. I can't stop thinking about what he said in the office, Anna. He basically admitted he manipulated the door locks that night in the greenhouse. He wanted us to get trapped. Anna's eyes go wide, the neon lights reflecting in them. Wait, hold up. You're telling me John Jungkook, the guy who used to put gum in your hair, created that situation? And now you're pregnant with his baby? Shh, not so loud, I hiss, looking around the crowded, glowing tunnel. Girl, that is terrifyingly toxic, but also kinda hot, Anna teases, bumping her shoulder against mine. He's obsessed with you. He's obsessed with control, I correct her, my stomach doing a weird, fluttery flip I refuse to acknowledge. Is he now? A smooth, familiar voice interrupts. I spin around. Mingyu is standing there, looking effortlessly cool in a leather jacket and dark jeans, completely blending into the underground aesthetic. He flashes that $1 million smile, his eyes dropping briefly to my stomach before meeting my gaze. Mingyu? How did you even get in here? I ask, genuinely shocked. This place is supposed to be a secret. I have my ways. He winks, stepping closer. The bass from the hidden speakers vibrates through the concrete floor. Besides, I heard a rumor that a very beautiful, very stressed CEO's wife was going to be here. Figured I'd come rescue you from thinking about your husband. Anna smirks, taking a huge step back. I'm gonna go look at that glowing skeleton painting over there. Have fun, you two. Traitor. Mingyu chuckles, leaning his arm against the damp concrete wall right next to my head. He's close. Too close. But before I can even formulate a sentence to tell him to back off, the temperature in the tunnel seems to drop 10 degrees. The crowd near the entrance literally parts like the Red Sea. My breath catches in my throat. Jungkook is striding down the subway tunnel. He is wearing a black suit, looking like a literal Grim Reaper among the neon-painted hipsters. His hair is slightly messy. His jaw is locked so tight it looks painful, and his eyes are completely, murderously fixated on Mingyu. Oh, wow, Mingyu mutters, actually sounding amused. He tracks you now? That's a new level of unhinged. YN. Let's go, Jungkook barks, finally reaching us. He doesn't even look at Mingyu. He just grabs my wrist. Not hard enough to hurt, but firm enough to tell me there is zero room for argument. Excuse me, I'm talking to her, Mingyu says, stepping forward to block Jungkook's path. Jungkook finally turns his head. The look he gives Mingyu is so lethal, it makes my blood run cold. Touch my wife again, Kim, and I'll buy your entire company tomorrow just to fire you. Back. Off. Mingyu puts his hands up in mock surrender, but he's smiling. Possessive much? See you around, love. Jungkook doesn't wait another second. He pulls me through the crowd, his large hand completely engulfing my wrist. My heart is beating so fast I feel dizzy. Jungkook, let go of me. People are staring, I snap, struggling to keep up with his long strides as we burst out of the tunnel and into the cool night air. His black Maybach is parked illegally on the curb, hazard lights flashing. His driver, Namjoon, takes one look at Jungkook's face and immediately steps out, opening the back door for us. Jungkook practically shoves me into the plush leather back seat and climbs in right after me, slamming the door shut. The tinted windows plunge us into darkness. We are completely alone. Jungkook POV. I am losing my mind. The moment Jimin texted me that YN was at some sketchy underground tunnel exhibit with Kim Mingyu, I literally walked out of a $3 million merger meeting. I didn't care. All I could see read. Now, we're in the back of the Maybach. She's glaring at me, breathing heavily, her chest rising and falling in a way that is incredibly distracting. Are you insane? She yells, hitting my chest with her small fists. You can't just track me down and drag me out of places. I am not your prisoner. I catch her wrists in one hand, pinning them against the leather seat above her head. With my other arm, I wrap around her waist, pulling her flush against my chest. The fight leaves her body instantly. She gasps, her eyes widening as she realizes exactly how close we are. You're right, I growl, my voice dropping. You're not my prisoner. You're my wife, and you're carrying my baby. So explain to me why you are hiding in a dark subway tunnel with a man who wants to take you from me. Because I needed to breathe, she cries out, tears welling up in her eyes. You suffocate me, Jungkook. You hate me, but you won't let anyone else look at me. It doesn't make any sense. I don't hate you, I yell back, the confession ripping out of my throat before I can stop it. The car goes dead silent. The only sound is our heavy breathing. She stares up at me, a tear finally spilling over her lashes and rolling down her cheek. Then what is this, Jungkook? What are we? I stare at her trembling lips. I can't take it anymore. 15 years of pushing her away, 15 years of pretending. It all shatters. When I finally pull away, our foreheads rest against each other. My chest is heaving. She looks completely dazed, her lips swollen and her eyes dark. You want to know what this is? I whisper, my thumb wiping a stray tear from her cheek. It's a sickness, YN. You are my sickness, and I am never letting you go. Before she can process what I just said, my phone rings. I pull it out of my pocket, annoyed. It's a text from an unknown number. I open it, and my blood turns to ice. It's a picture of the medical file from my father's office, the one with the real DNA test results. Attached is a single message. Tell her the truth about the baby, John, or I will.